guys, I'm Michelle with Lydia and Lilac. I am a little congested today, so bear with me. I have a little bit of a cold, but today's tutorial is going to be on using a Beachwaver to add waves to your hair. Now I'm going to do several tutorials on using Beachwaver because you can do lots of different things with them. But today I just wanted to show you a simple way to just add some waves to your hair with your Beachwaver. So the reason I have a Beachwaver, I have had all different kinds of styling tools. I have my flat iron, which I love, I use all the time, but I have used wands and traditional curling irons, and I really love both of those tools. But as time has gone on, I have grown out my hair, and I find it incredibly difficult at times to use those tools on such long hair. It just takes a really long time. So one of the things I actually talked to my husband Jerry about was, hey, if I'm going to have this long hair, can I get something that's going to make curling go quicker? And of course he was for that because I was, he likes my long hair and he wants it to stay. So it worked out well for me. So I purchased this and I love this tool. It's fantastic because I can curl my hair with it. I can just add waves with it. It's incredible. It does have where you can choose your temperature. I have it up to the highest setting right now. For my hair. It also has where you can adjust the speed of the Beachwaver, so you can click it to slow or fast. I suggest if you have not used a Beachwaver before, you start out with slow. I happen to use it on the fast speed just because I'm used to using the tool. To control the Beachwaver, you're just going to push your arrows either forward or backwards depending on which way you're using the Beachwaver, and to restart you just push the home button and it goes back into the position that it starts at in home. So as you can see, it just has a little clamp at the bottom to hold your hair. So it's kind of, a mix between a wand and a curling iron, but yet it twirls automatically for you, which is fantastic if you have longer hair. So to get started, like I said, I use this in many different ways, just kind of depending on my mood and the style that I'm looking at for the day. But I want to just do a simple style today of just adding some waves to my hair quickly and easily. So I'm just splitting my hair in two, okay, down the middle. In the back, it doesn't have to be a perfect part because it's not going to stay this way. And today my hair is actually really frizzy. We're preparing for Hurricane Irma. I live in Florida, and we have pretty much everything done right now that we need to do. My husband's just working on some things for our chickens, but other than that, we are good to go. So I thought, why not make some tutorials? I've been wanting to do this Beachwaver tutorial, so I figured I'd start today. So anyway, my hair is very humid. I really don't need a meteorologist. All I need is my hair, and it tells me if it's going to rain, if it's going to be a dry day, because it just frizzes up. It gets a lot of volume, the rainier it's going to be. And there's a lot of humidity in the air right now, of course, as we're preparing for the storm. So I have this first section, and this is a super simple style, like I said, because I just want to add a little bit of wave. So I'm just going to section off my hair. I'm not going to separate it out and have it ready to go. I'm just going to do a section at a time. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling this section starting in the back. I'm going to grab my hairbrush. Oops, I have it down here. And I'm just going to brush it out. And I'm going to pull it out to the side. And I'm going to use my Beachwaver, and I'm going to clamp here. See, I'm not trying to clamp at the end because it's really hard to get all these little strands in. So I clamp there, and then I release a little bit, and I glide down closer to the end, but again, not clamping all the way at the end. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry, my hair is so long. Okay, so I'm going to twirl starting away from me. And if you have never used a Beachwaver before, you're going to want to play with the controls before you start trying it out on your hair, and again, you're going to want to go in that slow mode. Okay, so I have it pretty much as far up as it's going to go, and now I have this little strand at the end. So what I'm going to do is just unclamp a little bit and pull it down the length of my hair, so that way I can get those small strands at the end, or the ends, into the clamp. There's a couple reasons for doing this. One of them is because the ends of your hair could be more easily damaged, and so the less time that they're spent on the heat, the better. It, you know, just provides a little bit better protection for them from splitting. The other reason is, like I said before, it's very difficult to try to get all those little strands in that clamp. So I'm just holding here for a little bit, and then I'm going to release and let go. Now there's a couple things that you can do with this. As soon as it releases, if you want a, I'm going to push the home button to return it back to position. If you're wanting a looser wave, you could go ahead and separate the curl out now. I know that we have high humidity today. I know that the likelihood of keeping a loose wave in my hair is not very good. So I'm actually going to let it set for a while and cool before I separate the curl. Okay? So the next piece, I'm going to simply do what I did earlier. Just take a section, brush it out, and put it in the clamp. Now this time I'm actually turning the Beachwaver backwards, and I'm going to clamp from behind, if you can see. And I'm doing that, and I'm going to turn the curl towards my face. Okay, again, I'm going to start releasing the clamp. Oops, wrong way. Twirl it, release a little bit, twirl, release, and twirl. Okay, so that's pretty good. Sometimes these ends don't like to cooperate with me, so I'll just release, twirl, and curl. Okay, so I'm going to let it sit for just a moment, and I'm going to put this to the back, so it's out of my way for now. Okay, I'm going to release, and I'm going to put that to the back. Now the reason I go back and forth in the different directions is because I have a stubborn piece here, and I'm going to do this really quick, and then I'll talk to you about that. Okay, so the reason I go back and forth between the different directions is so that way my hair doesn't become one big uniform curl. I don't know if you've ever curled your hair all the same direction, and then all of a sudden it's like your curls start sticking together and they just become one giant curl. So a way to avoid that is just doing the curls in different directions, which is what I just showed you. So I'm going to do another section, and this, honestly, this goes pretty quick because I'm talking a lot. It's taking a little longer than it normally would. Like I said, I wanted to show you a quick way to add waves to your hair today without having to pin up your hair or anything like that. So this is just a really fast, quick tutorial. Okay. So again, I curled away from my face on this section, and I knew ahead of time. I usually do 5 sections on each side. Sometimes on the right side, because of the way my hair parts, I have a lot, you know, it's thicker on the left side. Sometimes I only get about 4 sections out of the right side, but I try to do 5, and it just depends. As you'll see, you know, with hair, no day is exactly like the day before, and so I have a plan. I set out to, you know, stick to that plan, but sometimes it has to change because my hair is not cooperating. Okay, so this time the wave is going to go away from me, and as you can see, I started pretty early, and that's because I had a little bit of a layered piece, a shorter strand, and I want to make sure that I get that in the curl. So starting towards the center where I knew it was kind of ending helped me to do that. I hope that makes sense, what I just said. so I'm just gonna sit here for a moment, let this set. As far as product goes, what I have in my hair today is only Root Booster. Typically, if I was going to curl my hair or use the Beachwaver, before I blow dry it, I would add mousse to my hair. And that's a trick that I learned that actually just helps the curls stick. I had a person one time ask me, how do your curls stay all day long? Well, I have wave in my hair naturally, but honestly it's because I use mousse, and that really helps them stick. So that's one trick that I have learned over the years. The other thing is that I'm almost out of mousse, and we have a hurricane coming, and we're very limited on gas, and I just did not think that driving to the store would get mousse was a good use of my gas at this time. So typically, yes, I would have gone to the store and got mousse for this occasion, but because of the storm, just not wise at this time. So, okay, this is the last curl on this side, and it's going away from my face. So yeah, I do have Root Booster in my hair. I have this little curl I'm going to curl really quick. And that is it. At the end, I'm going to tease it a little bit, but I'll fast forward through that, so that way you guys don't have to watch that whole process. I have another tutorial on teasing your hair that you can watch if you're unsure about how to do that. Okay, so actually this side is feeling pretty thick today, because I split it up evenly. Okay, so I'm going to start just like I did on the other side. Wave, creating waves. Okay, so those curls are cooling down on the left side. Now working on the right. And that's just helping them to set. So far this is what I've got. Again, my waves are going to be a little tighter than normal because I'm letting them set because of that humidity in the air. I want to make sure they last all day. I have heard people say that they have used their Beachwaver and they get curls that last, 2 days. That is not so for me. I'll just be honest. I'm not really sure how that works for anybody. I'm sure it does for some people, but I think that's more to do with their hair and the texture of their hair than it is to do with the actual tool, because that's not true for everybody who uses this. It is a great tool, I love it, but I just don't get 2 days of curls out of a Beachwaver. And honestly, I wash my hair every day anyway because I like to use product and stuff like that in my hair. So it wouldn't matter even if I did, I would still redo it. But yeah, so some people get a couple days worth out of their waves. I don't, but try it out, maybe you will. Let me know if you do, because I'm just curious how that works for some people. Okay, so I'm releasing. Okay, so this is going to be part 2 of the Beachwaver video. I actually was just getting a phone call and it totally interrupted the video that I was doing. So this is part 2. I'll try to put them together. I'm not quite sure how to do that. I'm learning as I go as far as YouTube goes. Okay, so I'm on my 3rd section on the right side, and I am almost finished. Okay, so just let this set for a second. I have 2 more sections that I'm going to do. Then I will separate the curls and tease, and I will be finished. Okay, turn to home. Alright, so the last section I did was away from my face, so this section is going to be towards my face. Again, I have super long hair, so it takes me a little bit longer to do this. I accidentally hit the home button. Oh, which happens from time to time. If it does, don't freak out. Just try your best to do what I just did. Move it away from your face so that way it doesn't hit your skin or anything. And use the slow setting. Okay, so that way you get used to using this before you put it on full speed. Alright, final one. I already just hit home. Alright, final curl away from my face, which is what I try to end on. So whenever I separate in 5 sections, I try to do away from my face, towards my face, away from my face, towards my face, away from my face. So that way when I'm ending on away from my face. Now, like I'm doing now, where it's going the opposite direction of my face is what I'm talking about. So if you look at it from that angle, you'll see what I mean. If for some reason I only get 4 sections out of the right side, then no matter what, even if this section before the last one is away from my face, I will still do the last section away from my face. I always end on going away from my face, no matter what. Okay, so alright. Okay, so we're going to start on the left side. This is a super simple process. The curls are hot when they come out, so just be careful. It can burn your skin or burn your hand a little bit. Okay, so on the left side, I'm finished, so I'm just going to rake my fingers through my hair. And I'm still waiting on this right side to cool a little bit. But these turned out pretty well. I will put some hairspray in at the very end. If you can see all the way down. They are a little bit curlier, but again, like I said, I want to make sure they last all day long, so I made sure, to let them set a little longer than I normally would have if I just wanted more of a wave. This top one is still pretty warm, but the ones in the back have cooled, so I'm going to start just raking my fingers through the back waves. Okay, waiting for these to cool. Okay, so the next step while I wait for those to cool, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tease my hair. I'm going to try to fast forward through that so that way you guys don't have to watch that part, because like I said, I have the tutorial on that already. I just want to be able to show you the finished product when I am done. Come on, girls. They're still warm. You'll know when they're ready because they'll be cool to the touch. They won't be warm. Okay, they're pretty good right now. Okay, so I'm just going to rake my fingers through, separate those out. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to tease really quick and then I'll show you the finished product. So I'm pretty much at the end. What I am doing right now is just raking some of the knots out of my hair. I'm not using my brush because I don't want to brush all the curls out. Let me move these out of the way so you have full line of sight. So that is what I'm doing as far as that goes. I'm going to add some hairspray for the 100th time. We live in Florida, so let me grab what I use real quick. Okay, so I use Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Anti-Humidity Hairspray. I've used a lot of different ones. This is my favorite as far as humidity goes in Florida, and being a less expensive option. I have tried all kinds of different hairsprays, and I really like this one for the price. It's a good one. So and it smells fantastic. Alright, and so that is the finished product of when I use my Beachwaver. So hope you enjoyed this video.